Hey, what is up guys? Welcome back to the channel. Today we are back on Infinite Warfare. Daily activity bonus. Hey, we got a free supply drop. Let's just go for it. It'll be something decent, right? Maybe? No? Okay. I'm just warning you guys ahead of time right now. I don't know what's going on in Florida, man. It's getting hot, and right now I need my fan on. Like, I'm dying, so I don't know how long this video is gonna be. I'm probably only gonna be able to record, like, one game's worth, because I'm already overheating, and I've been recording for, like, 2 minutes. But anyway, I'm thinking, let's hop into a game and get the M2187 crackback. The one we literally just got from that supply drop. Let's see if we get something good. Okay, Genesis. Man, it's hard for me to identify what the maps are just off of the names alone, but I'm pretty sure this one's at least half decent. Oh, never mind. What the heck? It kicked me from the match, and then it put me right back into it. And it's like glitched out, saying looking for one more players, but it keeps like twitching. Is there no other games? Come on, we made a video on this game like a week ago, and it was alive. What happened? It keeps putting me in the same match, but there's not enough people to start up a game. Are you kidding me? What am I gonna do with this video? I'm searching for gun game. This is my safe place. Please tell me we can get a match at Gun Game, because it requires less players to start a match on Gun Game versus TDM, so maybe we could get something? I don't know, I'm starting to feel like maybe starting this series was a bad idea. For anybody that's, like, just new to the channel or new to this series, hey, we finally got a match. But anyway, this is a series I'm doing, Road to Prestige, where basically we're going back to Infinite Warfare, and we're trying to just go through, hit Prestige, and then maybe if the series continues to do well, we'll go higher and higher all the way to max Prestige. I really don't know if I'm gonna put myself through that. I might, but yeah. Every time we made a video on this, we haven't had trouble looking for a match until now. I was able to just get in one, and then it kicked me out, so now I'm looking for another one again, and it's just glitching. I'm sorry guys, we literally can't find a lobby, and I still want to have some sort of gameplay in this video, so we're just gonna set up a gun game with some bots, I guess, because I want you guys to at least have some sort of content to watch. This is really disappointing. This is only episode 2 of this little series I've been doing, and it looks like I won't really be able to do anymore if this is how dead the game is anyway, so that actually kind of makes me sad. I can't say I've played much gun game in this game, so I'm not really sure what to expect with the weapon rotations, but for anybody that has been watching the channel the past couple nights and has been wondering just like how my progress is going with, you know, the whole backlog thing. We're trying to see how many games we can beat this year. I got 15 games in January, 14 in February, and so far this month I only have 5, and it would be a lot higher. However, for the last 4 days, I've been playing through Assassin's Creed Valhalla. I've been talking about it the past couple nights. Right now, like I said, I've been playing it for about 3-4 days, something like that. No, 3 days. And I am 22.5 hours in right now. Yes, I've been putting in approximately about 7 to 7.5 hours per day into that game. It's been a little draining. Last night I actually had to take a break and go play some BO3 Zombies just to kind of switch it up. But so far, the game has been a lot of fun. I've been loving the characters, the gameplay, the world, everything. The one thing I have to say is it is pretty drawn out. I'm at the 22.5 hour mark, and I'm starting to see the cracks. Like, it seems like it's a 15-20 hour story that could have easily, you know, been kept at that length, but instead they decided to put in a bunch of filler. And what I noticed is that there's no side quests in the game. And do you want to know why there's no side quests in the game? Because they implemented all of the side quests into the main quest. So essentially what you have is a, like, 40 to 70 hour game from what I hear that's been, like, that is just packed to the brim with side quest type content disguised as a main quest, when really it is not. Like, most of the stuff that you do in the story when you're trying to go through and capture all of these alliances, or gather all these alliances so you can take over England or whatever, it's none of it really feels connected to the story. I mean, sure, there's a few, like, I'm not gonna spoil anything, but there's this one thing that happens like halfway through the game, and it's quite a serious thing that happens with a certain character, and you would expect that you would pursue resolving the issue that happens with said character, but instead of rushing to the next alliance that can help you with that, you go off and for like another 2 or 3 hours and help this other alliance, and the other thing with the other character doesn't even get mentioned. It's like, what the heck? Like, the pacing, I feel like they made the story and then went back and implemented all of the side content they had made, and were just like, let's make this game as long as possible, and didn't care how it affected the story or what have you. Dude, did you guys see the recoil on that gun? That was awful. Like I said, 22.5 hours in, I'm not minding it. I think it's a pretty good game. I'm like, when it's over, I'm gonna be able to say it was a good game. Was it excellent? Was it a masterpiece? No, of course not. But was it bad? No. And like I said, I really don't know how far I am into the game in terms of, like, percentage, I guess. From what I was reading on Reddit, because I kind of got curious, I was like, okay, this is kind of dragging on, so I looked it up, and apparently where I'm at with a region called Sussex, or whatever it's called, I just finished that one. and it appears that I'm roughly halfway through, if not a little bit more. I'm not really sure. I'm kind of getting to a point where, as much as I hate to do this because I never am one to skip cutscenes, I've kind of been skipping the cutscenes that aren't related to the main story. So for all the disconnected plots like I was talking about, I've been skipping the cutscenes. Like, I really don't care. It's so disconnected, it's not even a part of the main story. But for the things like Sussex, the region I was just at, like, I watched all those cutscenes. I was totally invested because the main story is what I care about. I don't care about this random guy I just met 30 seconds ago that I'm going to be leaving in 2 hours when I finish this region. But yeah, once I finish that game, I'm probably just gonna, I don't know, grind out the max levels over on, like, Cold War and Vanguard and stuff. Because right now I'm at about 150, so I'll probably take, like, a day or two to, get myself up to the max level 200, and then after that, I'm not really sure what I'm going to hit up next. Actually, I'll show you guys real quick the games that I kind of have just sitting in the backlog at the moment. So I went on a downloading spree, as you guys are going to see, on PS Now, because they have a lot of good games on there, actually, that I feel like I have 87 games installed. So a lot of these games I've beaten. I'm not going to name them all off, but like I'll go through and show you which ones I actually want to beat. So, Amnesia, that's one of, my face cam's probably blocking it, but the Amnesia collection is one I want to beat, Bloodborne, Bioshock 2, and I have some games installed that I want to play through at some point, but it's not necessarily like I want to beat it, like I need to beat it, you know what I mean? But like, Darksiders 2 I definitely want to hop into, really enjoy the original, Deadlight, Dungeons 2 I want to try, UFC 4 I want to try because I've played the UFC games before and they were fun, and I kind of like the concept of like creating your own fighter and rising up the ranks and like living out this whole career, like that sounds badass to me. Already beat For Honor, How to Survive 2 is one I want to play through. I really enjoy the original. Knack, Kingdoms of Amalur, and okay, thank God it didn't restart me at the, Little Nightmares. I've heard great things about that game. I really want to play through that one. Mortal Shell, Prey. Relicta is a really cool looking one. It's like a puzzle type game. Resogun, I've heard great things about. Soma, Soul Axiom looks kind of cool. Strider, I'm really into platformers. Super Dungeon Bros, I just beat the other day. Team Sonic Racing, I love kart racers. I love Sonic. What isn't there to love? The Persistence, a first-person roguelite hard type game that I kind of want to play through. Terraria, you can't really beat it, but I just want to play for the fun of it. The Bug Butcher, another platformer. This War of Mine, Until Dawn, that's like a Telltale type game, I believe. WWE 2K Battlegrounds, kind of the same scenario as with UFC. I just kind of want to play through one of those like cool wrestling fighting games. Never really played through a game like that before. And Zombie Army Trilogy, it's 3 games in one. Obviously, it's called a trilogy. I only beat the first one. I gotta beat the other 2 yet. XCOM 2 I played a little bit of. I want to get back to that. And Victor Braun, kind of like a Diablo type game that I want to get back to eventually. And then I have a bunch of unredeemed PS Plus games where if somehow I get through my original backlog, I can get to that eventually, like Persona 5 Strikers. But I've heard you gotta play the original Persona 5, but then there's different versions of Persona 5. There's like Persona 5 Royal or something, and I thought maybe Royal was just like a deluxe edition of Persona 5, but apparently Persona 5 is the actual thing. But I've heard Persona 5 Royal, even though it came after, it's like a prequel, and Persona 5 happened after, but then I heard from somewhere else that isn't true. So I don't know what games to play. I don't even know. Persona, that's just one of those confusing JRPGs. I haven't ever really beaten a JRPG before, so I don't even know if I'm going to get to it. But yeah, anyways, as always, a shout out to the Patrons, Karma's Fave Grandma, and Low Booty Tap. I hope you guys enjoyed the video. I know it was all over the place. If we could have found a match over on Infinite Warfare, it would have been a lot easier to get some good footage, but unfortunately we couldn't. But again, if you guys enjoyed the video, you know what to do. Do the stuff the algorithm likes, and if you want to follow me outside of YouTube on other social media platforms, I have a Discord, a Reddit, a Patreon, Twitter, Instagram, everything you need to know. Any way you could contact me, it's just right down in the description. So if you care to, then it's there. Anyway, like I said, I upload daily at 7 p.m. So if you guys enjoyed, I'll see you guys back here tomorrow, hopefully. And thank you for watching. I love you all. Peace.